Okay, all set to go. Andy Pages now at the plate.
Number 44, Andy Pages.
And the home opener is underway. The 0-1. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike two. Could be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And it's a double to start the game.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Shohei Ohtani in the box, lays off for ball one.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
That one misses. 3 balls, no strikes. Base hit into the outfield. Here comes Pages around third. He will score, and the Dodgers have the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0.
Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Just getting started here in Seattle. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
So hard to touch. I mean, at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97.
Now back in safely at first. To Crawford for 1. On the nailer. They get 2.
Man, that is such a tough double play to execute as a first baseman. To not only field the ball and make a good throw to second with a runner in the baseline, but also to hustle back to first base and get set up to receive the return throw.
That's a ball.
That takes great footwork and an awareness of where the bag is. A lot of practice to get that one right.
This one in the air, center field. Rodriguez racing after it. And that'll do it. Back at T-Mobile Park. And on the hill for the Dodgers, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. What do you got on him, Chris?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. He'll also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat. He was all over that one. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Strike one. And a big swing and a miss.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
On a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Here's Rodriguez trying to score. He'll score, and the Mariners have tied the game.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. I'll tell you, when you smoke the line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing.
And that one gets away at the plate. No advance, though. Man at second. Right through there for a strike. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
The designated hitter.
In now is the Mariners DH, Luke Raley. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. The 0-1.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Now a pop-up on the infield. 2 down. Brendan Donovan, the next to hit. Popped in the air. Left field. Hernandez under it. And that will end the inning. Back in Seattle, we move ahead to the top of the second now. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And there's one away. Here's Kyle Tucker. Tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. And that's going to be ruled a swing. Into the outfield, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Here's Mookie Betts. In the dirt, blocked. The 1-0. And another ball.
Last two pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Foul ball there. Man at first, one away. There goes Tucker. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. The rare K for Mookie. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Foul ball. And now the 0-1. Makes the catch, inning over. Bottom of the second, and stepping in for the Mariners, Randy Arozarena. Popped up. Freeman gets under it. And there's one down. Here's Josh Naylor.
A lot of pitchers have caught on to how good he is hitting the first pitch. Smart to avoid the zone right there.
And a foul ball. That one fouled off. Hit in the air out to center field. Pajes coming on. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. J.P. Crawford up next for the Mariners.
J.P. Crawford.
Ball inside.
Two down, nobody on.
Ball 2.
High fly ball, right field. Tucker on his way over, and that's the third out. Back at T-Mobile Park, new inning getting started. Tommy Edman steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Ball. Foul.
1-1 now.
Ball, that's off the plate.
On the ground, out to short. Toss to Naylor. Leadoff man retired here in the third. And now the center fielder, Andy Pajes, led off this game with a double.
Ball one.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Crawford throws to first in time. First two batters retired here in the top of the third. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball there. Struck him out looking. That was pretty nasty. Set for the bottom of the third, and stepping in for the Mariners, Cole Young. That clips the zone. Strike one. And a foul ball. Got him. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Next for the Mariners.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Scored the first one of the game back in the first after a single to reach base.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Swing and a miss. That is strike two. Fouls it back with two strikes.
Outside, that's a ball.
Strike three, and that's two in a row. Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh. He doubled home a run at his first AB. Swings through that one. 0-1.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Two down, nobody on. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the... Back in Seattle, start of the fourth, Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That one's in there, and it's 0-1.
You know, these Dodgers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
That one missed.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Here's Muncy to hit. Fly to center his first time. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. And up to the plate is Will Smith. To second.
He made it.
Beats the throw. Save. And now a very big at bat for Kyle Tucker. Golden opportunity right here. Swings and misses at the sweeper.
The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter, can't.
That one to first. He comes home with it. Throw to first, but he beat it. Mookie Betts digging in a huge spot. That's
Ball
off
one.
the mark, and that's ball one.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Canzone under it. Brings it in. Runners tag up from second and third. And here comes Teoscar Hernandez for a critical at bat. Ball one, no strikes. And another ball.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Base hit, one run is in. The throw home. He's in there.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Tried to get inside on him, but he was ready for it.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Gone. A 3-run homer. Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes. Fly ball down the line. Naylor hustling after it. And that is that. Back at T-Mobile Park, and stepping in for the Mariners, Dominic Canzone. Tap foul at the plate. And that one popped in the air, left field. Hernandez on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. So now the DH spot, Luke Raley. He's 0 for 1.
Raley.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
In there at the knees. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Digging in, Brendan Donovan. Flying to left his first time. Swing and a ground ball. Out number 3. All set for the start of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani.
You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
That's a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Freeman at the plate now. That's ball 1.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
The 2-1. Swing and a foul out of play. The 2-2. Base hit into right field. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out. Muncy digs in. 1 for 2. Pickoff throw. Tries to get back and save. Swings through that. Canzone settles under it. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. Now a relay to third. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play. The batter now will be Will Smith.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception.
Meanwhile, this pitch gets away. Runner holds. Count goes to 1-2. Freeman leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Rodriguez racing after it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for the Mariners, Randy Arozarena.
Well, these Mariners, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it to second, and that's not it. And he gets to first safely as a result. So I think I'll just sit here quietly in disbelief. And now it's Josh Naylor. Foul ball. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Strike 3. Yoshinobu gets the K. 1 out, man at first. And the batter will be the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. That one fouled off. 0-1 now. And that one fouled off. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Yamamoto to second, over to first, but he beats it. Cole Young will hit next. His first at bat was a strikeout. Now he breaks his back. Throw on to Freeman, and that's the inning. Back in Seattle, top 6. Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Number 45, Jose A.
Right side, hard hit. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Here's Mookie Betts now. That one finds the corner. Strike 1. Donovan zips it across. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. 2 outs, base is empty. And next for LA, Teoscar Hernandez.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
The 0-1. And it's through for a hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Third time through the order now. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Andy Pajes. And that one fouled off.
Ball, that's inside. No, that's foul.
First and second, 2 down. And we're in the top half of the 6th. That one's back there. Gone. A 3-run shot. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Check swing, and he went. It's 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. 2 down, nobody on.
Inside ball.
This has been a rough inning, but sometimes you just got to work through it, save the rest of that bullpen, somehow stop the bleeding.
Brings it in for the 3rd out. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Did you collect baseball cards?
You know, when I was a kid, I used to put them in my back tire of my bicycle so it would sound like a motorcycle. Probably ruined some good cards back then, but don't really have much of a collection. The other day I came across a binder that my wife had in one of the drawers, and my son's got some baseball cards. So we'll be looking to see if there's any kind of retirement income in there.
Struck him out swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7.
The catcher,
Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. And a swing and a miss. So my dad told me that he had a bunch of Mickey Mantle rookie cards and a whole bunch of valuable cards, and his mom tossed them because, what did she know? So I made my mom keep all my baseball cards, and I really don't have any that are valuable. And that story stunk by me. Anyway. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The M's with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom of the 6th. Got him swinging for the K. Strikeout number 8. And up next for Seattle, Dominic Canzone. Foul ball there.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Sliced hard but foul. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 1-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. Back at T-Mobile Park. And at the plate for the Dodgers, new pitcher for the Mariners, Troy Taylor.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Muncy in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. And a swing and a miss. The Dodgers up big in this one here in the top half of inning number 7. And there's a rocket into the outfield. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
The 1-0. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A 2-run homer. 1 down. And up next for Los Angeles, Kyle Tucker. Throw to first in time.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Crawford tosses to first, and Betts is set down. That's the end. Set for the last half of the 7th. So now it's the Mariner cleanup hitter, Luke Raley. The 0-1. And it's through for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
All over that one right there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Donovan, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Nope. Outside.
When a leadoff man gets on, you want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
To the right side. Spin throw, that's 1. A sensational double play. Now it's Randy Arozarena.
The left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
High fly ball down the left field line. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Tied him up inside with that one.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly. That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, he went the distance for that first MLB win, Boog. I think it's impressive how much trust the skipper already has in him. This could be the start of something great.
An 11-1.